TNA, 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 TNA. I'm glad TNA is finally about to become the big three. AMC, yeah, they was on Spike TV years ago. I remember watching. See, I remember how that ended too. Horrible memories, horrible memories. But all that's in the past. January 15th, 9 p.m. to 11 AMC Thursdays, baby. I am happy for TNA. Congratulations. I think it's about time. We had a long time coming till TNA can even get around, thanks to WWE. We all know where this deal came from. That's the power of the WWE, man. The WWE presence, the WWE machinery is real. We're seeing that. There's a lot of potential going on. And let's address the elephant in the room. Of course, this brings in the idea of, is AEW possibly in trouble? You're damn right they are. When it comes into a ratings war, it's a possibility that it's a huge possibility that TNA could outrate them. If NXT is doing it, I don't know how TNA can't when TNA has more lineage than NXT and AEW. TNA has a legacy, and TNA has another dangerous thing. They have two dangerous things. They have the WWE backing them up, and TNA has nostalgia, their own nostalgia. Yeah, that's dangerous. Dangerous. So, it's a lot going on in that. But would it hurt AEW? No, I just think it's going to make AEW more competitive. It's going to give everybody more reason to get everything right and, get it rolling. Fuck it. This means war. It'll point them back and down being scared and trying to do all this other shit now. This means war. Let's get it cracking. More competition, the better. More competition, the better. And this is good to be a wrestling fan at this point. We got 3 major shows at this point. WWE, AEW, and TNA. Now, Chris Jericho's words could come true, even though I don't know the full context of why he said that and what he said afterwards. But I'm going to go off the headlight. Which is Jericho says TNA is the number 2 company before they even got on TV. Jericho might speak that into fruition. He might manifest that. Because it's a big possibility. Now, just think about this. The WWE machine, what if they allowed AJ Styles to show up on their first show? You think people ain't going to watch that? Especially if it's announced, especially if it's promoted. And people are going to watch anyway, right? The wrestling world is going to gather for this. TNA for so many years. Lapsed fans might come back now. But if you got AJ Styles promoted, a TNA original, the face that runs the place, that guy that we all fell in love with and never thought in a million years he would ever be in the WWE, we thought he was going to be an old man in TNA. Definitely thought that. Until Hulk Hogan and all them, came over and played him. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, but, Anyway, get on that. Hopefully, TNA do not make the same mistakes. Do not make the same mistakes. Do not make the same mistakes. Pushing and becoming the WWE nursing home. That's been TNA's problem for years. Y'all become the nursing home for all the rejects and all the guys and gals that couldn't get over the WWE or had a bad falling out or wants to revive their career. Now, sometimes it's okay, but do not let that become your main objective. But I get it. You are a newer roster to new fans, or it may be my fault to lapsed fans. And of course, at the first glimpse, this roster does look weak. There's only a few people I've seen. I was like, okay, they might got something. No point intended. Like Jake something. It might be something there. Steve Macklin might be something there. Mike Santana, I think they're about to put the title back on him anyway. So, which is good. Put the title back on him immediately. All respects to Frank Kazarian, but he's not a top guy. We all know that. That's why he's about to lose that title right away. It was cool just to give him something. It was just his long term services, his longevity. So I get that part. That's cool. That's cool. TNA is a different world. It's a different roster. So you're gonna have different champions. So I can't expect every champion's got to be just this large in the life. Sometimes you got to have champions that are just transitional for a good little situation. You are a part of an agenda, pretty much. I'm just using you as a vessel to start this, and that's what basically Frankie Kazarian is. I think you think about it, Frankie Kazarian probably would bring back Latch fans because he's an original. I'm not saying Frankie Kazarian was ever a huge, massive star ever, any time in his career, but a TNA old school fan will recognize Frankie Kazarian and respect his contributions regardless, like I even said, because I knew who Kazarian was. I used to watch him back in the day. So there's other fans that even has a more deep respect and feel like he deserved the world championship. But I'm going to say this. They probably used him. And just, like I said, though, just think, with the WWE's backing, what if AJ Styles show up? Samoa Joe obviously ain't going to show up because, ironically, he is the AEW World Champion. Shouts out to Joe. I can't get mad. I'm biased. I don't care. And, I know Joe ain't going to have it that long. I'm just glad he got it, which is amazing to me. But you're probably not going to see Joe no time soon. But Sting, yeah, Sting is TNA nostalgia. Kurt Angle is TNA nostalgia. Kurt Angle's already cool with the WWE, so it's not far-fetched for Kurt Angle to come in and be a special guest referee, be a commentator, be a manager, probably produce. Since now they're on TV, bro, you got to think, when the money come in, this is when more money, more problems. It could be either good problems or bad problems. They're all going to come regardless, right? So just think, you're going to have good problems walking in that door. You're going to have bad problems walking in that door. Hopefully, mostly good problems, right? Kurt Angle, like I said, who's another nostalgia? Hell, Nick Aldis. Yes, he's a former TNA champion. He could show up. I don't think Nick Aldis is hurt or anything. It's rumors of him possibly wrestling anyway, which I wouldn't mind. That'd be dope. But I'm saying, though, they have nostalgia. So that's dangerous. But regardless, at the end of the day, comparing this to, AEW's in trouble. Because a lot of y'all only saying that and having this thought, they're going to run it, the AEW out of business, which is stupid to even want that to happen. We should just be glad that there's a plethora of things to watch, and we can all be entertained by what we can get into now. There's 3 different products on TV. That's great news. Wonderful news. One of the biggest things, though, when it goes back to WWE Rejects, now there's only a few people I wouldn't mind. I think you should pick up. I think Braun Strowman, you should definitely pick up. I think for sure Braun Strowman would be great to revive and make him a star. One of the faces of TNA. Him versus Moose, world title. I could just see that happening. You know what I mean? Another free agent. I really ain't gonna lie. I really don't know too many people, but I think probably do something with Karrion Kross. You know what I'm saying? Probably pick up Karrion Kross. He already got Cedric Alexander, which he don't bother me. He never really got a big break. You know what I mean? WWE Reject, yeah, but at the same time, I only call WWE Rejects of people that did have success and they just became irrelevant. Those are the WWE Rejects. People that never had a big break, you had WWE time, but you never did anything. Mustafa Ali, he never did shit in WWE. So at least Cedric was Cruiserweight champion, tag team champ. Mustafa Ali literally never won one title. Big difference. So I wish the best for TNA. I would love to see how the roster is going to expand and grow. I'm definitely anxious to see their first show. I might cover it. Who might show up, and etc. Are y'all excited for it? Comment below. What y'all think of this whole TNA situation? Hopefully TNA stay on TV a long time. I mean, forever. Shit, But I've been hearing this through the grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine that Dirty. Some people are speculating that Dirty might cut off the partnership since now they're on television. I I don't know. Because I did see something that could be wrong, though, because you can't trust anything. Everything can be AI these days. But I did see something where it was said that the Dodie is expanding their partnership. So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. But regardless, congratulations, TNA. We know that's a fact for sure, besides rumors. Congratulations to TNA. I hope TNA becomes a player from now on. Just don't make the same mistakes. Learn from those mistakes of the past TNA eras. What do y'all think of this? Like, share, subscribe, dislike, comment below. All the good shit. We out.